Jiayou, West District by Lin Hui. In western Jiayou, this district lies, a modern hub where culture unfolds. Cycle the Jiayou Trail with ease, beautiful Lantan Lake to explore freely. A poem by Lin Hui.
Hi everyone, I'm Kana. I'm half Taiwanese and half South African. Today, we're in the history-rich West District of Jiayou. In the old days, this used to be the transportation hub of Jiayou, and in these streets and alleys of the old town, there are surprises waiting around every corner, all waiting for us to slowly discover. Though it's a city that's over 100 years old, it's gradually being renewed, taking on a fresh new look. Let's explore it together. Let's go. If you arrive in Jiayou by train, you'll notice just to your right a beautiful old-style building. This place is truly special. It's a remnant from the Japanese colonial era, now blended with some modern architecture. And it's become one of the most popular photo spots for young people. This is the Chiayi Art Museum. But to really understand this museum, we should ask a professional guide to give us a proper introduction. And that's Mr. He.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. He. Today,
Hi there.
we'll need your help to walk us through and introduce this beautiful historic building.
The exterior of this building is really interesting. For example, if you look right up here at the rooftop around the 12 o'clock direction, you'll see a white flagpole. It's just like back in elementary school when we had flag raising ceremonies. Here, they raise the flag every morning before work and lower it at the end of the day. And why was the flagpost placed here? Because back then in Jiayou, over 80 years ago, there weren't any tall multi-story buildings like we see now. They were mostly just wooden single-story houses, simple timber structures. The old distillery was right across the street, and this building served as the distillery's office and a place for business transactions. So back in the day, anyone living around here could simply look up and see the flag being raised. All right, let's now slowly make our way inside this building. Let's go.
Walking in here just feels so comfortable.
That's right. This building really makes a lot of use of curves, not just the arches. Even the staircase in the back is all designed with these rounded shapes.
Oh yeah, you can hardly see any sharp right angles here.
Yeah, you're right. The only place with edges is this very special column. It's actually an octagonal column, and it carries a symbolic meaning from the Japanese colonial period. They call it Hakoichu.
Hakoichu?
Yes.
What does that mean?
After World War I, the Japanese government wanted to expand and rule more territories, so they turned this slogan or ideology into architectural form.
So in every colony they ruled,
They would include this symbol.
oh, so that's why this column is in the shape of Hakoichu.
And
I
if you
see.
look up at the circular patterns above, those actually represent the rays of the rising sun flag of Japan. Now as we come around the outside, you'll notice the walls are covered with these beautiful curved tiles. Aren't they stunning? These tiles were originally produced in Beixiang, northern Taiwan, where they were kiln-fired. They actually have a technical name, woven pattern groove tiles. And what's special is that the architect would design each building with its own unique details. He customized the tile patterns for every single project, the shape, and even the color, making each one truly one of a kind. Over here, you'll also notice another interesting feature. It has the same octagonal shape that we saw inside, but this one isn't a column. It was actually built as a chimney. Back in the days before natural gas, whenever people needed fire, they had to burn coal or firewood, so this structure worked as the chimney for the smoke.
And what was burning inside?
It was mainly used for the employees' kitchen and their bathhouse. When fuel was burned, ash and debris would sometimes fall down, so outside they built a small maintenance hatch to clean up the buildup inside.
Can I open it?
Of course, go ahead and try. Even though the chimney isn't in use anymore, we've still kept its original appearance. This building also has lots of drain pipes made of brass. You can even see the patina on them. The reason they used brass back then is because when rainwater, which is slightly acidic, ran through the inside of the pipes, it would release a faint odor, and that smell naturally repelled mosquitoes and insects, so the pipes worked as a natural pest control. That's why even today you'll see so many brass drain pipes on the historic building.
That's amazing. 90 years ago, who would have thought of something like
Incredible. The glass curtain wall you see back there, that's the new wing of the art museum.
that? Oh, when was it built?
It was renovated in 2014.
So it's actually quite young.
Yes, the entire Chiayi Art Museum is actually made up of 3 different periods of architecture. The building we've just visited, the L-shaped one, is the Heritage Building, and this one here is the new wing.
Oh, so this is the aerial view of the art museum.
Exactly. The layout forms a symbol of Jiayou, and when you add the side building, which is the special exhibition hall, together they create the shape that became the museum's logo, and there are even more hidden details inside. Let's take Kana in with us to explore.
Sounds great.
Let's go. And now we've stepped inside the Chiayi Art Museum. Look at this high-ceilinged space with its floor-to-ceiling windows. It's one of the most popular spots for taking photos. Everyone comes here for that perfect shot.
So this is where they usually display artwork?
That's right. We have a main gallery space where the exhibitions are changed from time to time, and we also have a special exhibition wing in the back. It's a place where young artists can apply to showcase their work. Another highlight is the architecture of the museum itself. We used a lot of wood throughout the building, which is a deliberate choice. It's meant to echo Chiayi's old nickname, the City of Wood. During the Japanese era, lumber was one of Chiayi's key industries. It was famous for its forestry.
Mostly cypress, right?
Yes, mostly native cypress, the local species. That's why we always hope to welcome visitors from all over Taiwan and even friends from abroad to come here and experience the Chiayi Art Museum.
It's stunning. So beautiful. I can't wait to see what else is hidden inside. Maybe more surprises?
Of course. In a moment, we'll head into the galleries and explore them more closely.
Great.
If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me. I'd
Great.
be happy to share more.
After enjoying that wonderful feast for the senses, we cross the street and here we are at the Chiayi Cultural and Creative Park. Don't you think the buildings behind me look a little bit like Huashan in Taipei? Kind of similar, right? That's because this site was also once part of Taiwan's old brewing industry. The factories were preserved and turned into a cultural park. In fact, Taiwan has 5 major cultural and creative parks. They're in Taipei, Taichung, Tainan, Chiayi, and Hualien. Together, they're considered the top 5. And today, we've got a professional guide to walk us through this place. Come on, let's go meet them. Here we found my good friend Huang Yijie,
Hello.
Professor Huang. Professor!
Welcome to Chiayi Cultural and Creative Park.
So today we'll be counting on you to give us a proper introduction to the park.
This site dates back to the Japanese colonial period, Taisho Year 5, which is 1916 when it was built as a distillery. And this was actually Taiwan's very first factory to produce sorghum liquor.
I never realized Chiayi was the very first place to brew sorghum liquor, because when you mention sorghum liquor, everyone immediately thinks of Jingmen. And this huge barrel behind us, what is that?
That's an old grain silo for storing sorghum grain, a massive grain
Back
bin.
then it would have been filled to the top with sorghum.
Which really shows you just how much sorghum liquor they were producing at the time. There actually used to be 2 of these silos, but now only 1 has been preserved.
And over there you can see that round building. Is that where they used to brew?
Yes, that's the oldest building in the park. It's now 101 years old, and luckily it survived the U.S. air raids during the war.
So originally it wasn't just this one building. There were many others here, but most were destroyed in the bombing. That one over there is red, but the one straight ahead is yellow, so these 2 buildings are totally different.
This row in front of us was mostly built during the Japanese colonial period around 1930. Today, they're classified as historic buildings. Back then, this part of the distillery was basically the heart of the operation. It was the boiler room. So if you look at its location, you'll notice it sits roughly right at the center of the park. That way, steam could be evenly distributed to all the other workshops around it.
Yijie, you mentioned earlier that inside this building they've preserved some nearly century-old brewing equipment. If regular visitors come here, do they get the chance to go inside?
Of course, if anyone wants to take a look inside, they can simply go to our official website, book a guided tour, and we'll bring them in for a visit.
Okay, Professor, please lead the way.
This here is the boiler room. It was in charge of producing steam, which back in the day was the main source of power.
So they used to burn firewood here non-stop.
Once the steam was generated, it was piped out to the different workshops to keep everything running. That's why this boiler room was considered the heart of the distillery.
It's definitely nostalgic, but what really caught my eye is this manhole cover we're standing on. It has a unique charm too. What exactly is
This
it?
is actually from the Taiso Brewing Company, a sake brewery from the Japanese colonial era.
When you travel to a place like this, whether it's for sightseeing or just for fun, you can't help but wonder, what is this place? Why is it here? And that curiosity leads you to learn about its culture and history. And once you understand that, your visit feels so much more meaningful. You start to see how it connects to Taiwan's broader history, how it all gradually developed. Every era brought its own changes from one ruler to the next, from one dynasty or government to another, and with each generation, step by step, they all left behind their own marks on this place.
Alright, Kana, right next to us is the storage room for liquor. Inside, there are 20 huge storage tanks. It's pretty
Sure.
fascinating. Let me show you.
Wow, that's massive.
Aside from sorghum liquor, they also made herbal wines like wujiapi and even deer antler wine. These medicinal wines had to sit in these barrels for at least 2 years before they could be bottled.
So this was kind of like a processing site.
Exactly. Just like they say, aged wine tastes better. Today, we've still preserved 25 of these storage
25.
barrels.
But how did they even fill them?
There's an opening on top where the ingredients and liquor go in.
Everything gets loaded from above.
Right, and then through the pipes at the bottom, they would pump the liquor back out from below.
That's incredible. So impressive. I'm curious, because in Taipei at Huashan, they often host exhibitions or markets and events like that. Do you also hold similar events here?
Yes, about once a month we have weekend markets and some of these old factory spaces. Besides preserving the old brewing equipment, we've also been putting them to good use. For example, nowadays we host craft workshops for visitors and even escape rooms.
escape
So
rooms.
if you're interested later, Kana, you could give it a try.
This way?
Yeah, I'll take you there.
Okay.
又有新鲜的灵魂来啦！
Made it out safely. Who would have thought that in a century-old distillery you could actually play an escape room? That was so exciting. But being here in the cultural park, I can really feel my creativity starting to bubble up. I'm feeling a spark of inspiration right now, so I've decided to meet up with a professional artist, Miss Lin Hui, to guide me in creating a beautiful oil painting. Don't be fooled if I look like I know what I'm doing. The truth is, this is actually my very first time trying oil painting. But with the teacher's guidance, I think it's starting to take shape. Honestly, I'm beginning to feel like a real oil painting master. And now the final step. You're giving me 2 brushes? What's this for?
We're going to tap
Like
little
this?
dots right onto the canvas.
Is that enough?
That's great.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, success.
Not bad at all. I think my painting actually feels quite pleasant to look at. This painting today is really about capturing the mood of the day. Coming here to Jiayou, feeling the summer heat. Summer is in full swing, and the sky is such a bright, beautiful blue. Yeah. Right now, I'm standing right in front of Jiayou train station at the intersection of Zhongshan Road and Renai Road. I'm about to explore a street that's full of history. And it has a really special name. I heard it's known as tuā-thong and towng. But what exactly do those names mean? Let's ask the expert, Joanna, the most knowledgeable newcomer here in
Hello.
Jiayou. Hi, Joanna. I heard you probably know Jiayou so well by now that you might even outdo the locals. So
Oh, all right.
let me test you a bit. So what is tuā-thong and what is towng?
Actually, in cities all across Taiwan, there are usually 2 main streets. These streets were always the busiest, with the most traffic and activities, basically the main roads.
Big thoroughfares.
And here in Jiayou, the one called tuā-thong goes back to the Japanese colonial period. Back then, it was the main street where Japanese residents lived and did business. It was the city's very first main road, the one right from the
Yes.
station.
The train station, that's the road in front of the station. Zhongshan Road, that's tuā-thong.
So then, during that period, where did the local Taiwanese go for business? Most of them gathered to trade and work along the streets we're about to visit, towng.
So Zhongshan Road in front of the station is tuā-thong, and
Yes.
Zhongzhen Road is towng.
Yes.
And the one you're taking me to is...
We're heading to towng.
Oh, okay, towng, yes, Zhongzhen Road.
Okay, let's go.
To towng.
That's right.
Okay.
We're about to head to our first stop.
The first stop?
Yes, it's an electronics store that has been passed down for 3 generations. You can see all the history here.
This one?
Yes, right here. Then let's go inside and take a look.
All right, let's go in.
Yes, a 3-generational store. Hello, boss.
Hello. Wow, walking in, you can really feel this place is full of history.
Yes, this boss grew up in towng.
Really?
Yes. I pretty much know the history here.
Let's take a look over there. There are so many old photos here now. Boss, is this your family portrait taken in front of your store?
This is the family portrait taken when my grandfather turned 70. Everyone together, a big group photo.
Yeah, the boss is actually in this photo.
Only 2 people wearing glasses, grandfather and the one in back.
This one is also him.
Oh, you haven't changed a bit.
When I was young, I sold records here and cassette tapes. Later, it shifted to Walkmans. Following the evolution of electronics, it kept evolving. Kept changing, always changing like that.
So, grandfather was the first generation. He was the first to open the store.
It used to be a small wholesale. We sold light bulbs.
Boss, like you said, you grew up in towng.
Yes,
Has towng changed over the years? Any differences?
a lot has changed. It used to be crowded.
Oh, business was concentrated here.
But if you wanted to do business, you had to choose this place. Why? This is called Wu Market. Wu Market, one market.
Oh, one is when, one is
Oh, both civil and martial.
So that one was retail, this side was wholesale, so this place was very lively. Back then it was busy past 11 p.m., so towng has a rich history.
Very historical.
Hey,
Thank you,
you.
boss. Let me take you to see the sewing machine shop.
Sewing machine
It's
shop.
already been around for 5 generations. Last one was
Wow.
3 generations.
Hello.
Hello, madam.
Welcome.
Guilin, are you the 4th generation, right?
4th generation. We are considered a century-old shop. It started with manufacturing.
Oh, you started with manufacturing.
Yes.
Actually, this photo is very special
How are you so familiar with it?
because I come here often.
She's a regular.
Guilin, do you want to introduce it to him?
Hey, this was the person in charge back then.
Is this someone from your family?
Grandfather.
Is this the 2nd generation?
Yes, it should be.
This is already the 2nd generation.
And it's written in Japanese.
Showa year 17.
Guess where this was taken and why we bought this photo. Take a guess.
Is it here?
This very space.
This exact space now?
Yes. See if it looks familiar.
Wow.
So back then, this was where everyone worked.
All were apprentices.
For sewing machines.
All apprentices.
Oh.
Yes.
And at that time, you were manufacturing sewing machines.
The sewing machine outside was made by our family. Yes, and it was reportedly
Oh.
sold across the province.
Today, the boss isn't here, but I'll show him as a child.
This is my father-in-law, and this is my husband as a little baby.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So full of history. The sign now is the one outside.
The same one outside.
The same sign?
Yes, this wooden door is what you see. This wooden door.
The exact same piece? Really?
We only made 2 extra holes.
I was shocked by this sign. I didn't expect it to be the same piece.
It's the same piece. They preserved a lot of these old machines from the past. So when you come here, you'll
Ah.
see from past to present the history of sewing machines.
The first generation would be this one. It's hand crank, then later became foot operated.
Oh, I see.
And then motors were added later.
Coming in here feels like a sewing machine museum.
Yes.
This one, like this, also shows the oldest to the newest version. Yeah, all are displayed like this, so people visiting towng can traverse through history and really savor the past to present.
Thank you.
And it's a living history.
Yeah, a living history book.
If you want to know the stories here besides reading the on-site descriptions,
Mm.
directly ask Guilan. We'll give you the most fascinating stories.
Exactly. Wonderful.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guilan.
konnichi.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome, everyone.
Kana, do you want to introduce your place to us?
We are mainly a wedding photography studio, and in our first floor space, we created an artistic alternative space, which means it can be used by people who love art or those who enjoy painting to display their work. Currently, online, we are showcasing a married couple from tuā-thong for a photo shoot. I set up a few places, and I kept asking every day for 3 consecutive days to the owner and madam so we could do a smooth photo shoot.
So did they finally agree?
Yes, they agreed.
They combined elements of Thong's older couples directly in front of their stores to take these photos. I think it's so romantic. It has a kind of old-fashioned love that feels more sincere. Actually, walking in here, what I find most special is it's an old house, but inside you made it very modern.
Yes, combining modern while preserving traditional elements, then adding some new elements to impact the space with creativity.
Let's take a look.
Okay, let's go inside. Yes, you can see this terrazzo staircase. Yes, this terrazzo staircase. These are rare nowadays. And later it became very special as it combines wood construction. Because here in Chiayi is known as the city of wood.
Is this also Cyprus?
Yes, it combines wood structure in a very special way, and the color palette is very elegant, and the curvature. Yes, with today's construction methods, it would be hard to replicate this kind of terrazzo staircase. Probably no one could do it.
It's true. Even twists and spirals upwards.
Yes, a curvature. That's very elegant.
Amazing.
Yes, let's go further inside and show you something.
We haven't finished yet?
So deep.
The atrium. Yes, that was the original too. Later above, we installed a surgical lamp as ambient lighting.
It blends very well with an industrial style, and when you think of it, it's all metal, and you can even incorporate medical equipment.
Exactly.
Old house meets modern.
Yes.
It's truly a very unique space, one of a kind. Joanna, great job. Your introduction was excellent today.
Tong is interesting, right? There's old stuff as well as new from the new generation.
Really, from the 3-generation shop to the 5-generation shop, now it's old plus new, new generation
New
shop.
generation. Okay.
Looking forward to your next stop.
Let's keep going.
Let's go. Hello.
Hey, Yahong.
Hi.
Hello, I'm Kana.
He's the 4th generation in our family.
4th generation.
Oh, yes, not the owner yet. Our store has lots of interesting story boxes. We condensed our nearly 100-year history into 4 boxes and display them in the store for customers to explore.
So throughout the store, there are small boxes like this?
Yes, very interesting.
You mentioned it has 100 years of history.
Yes, it has a century of history. Right, when you open it, it lights up. But the most special thing is actually this seemingly plain wooden box. It's kind of a scale, but not for weighing weight. It measures volume. This was used in the past to measure beans. Now we use electronic scales to weigh by weight.
Yes.
But back then, when buying, I would tell the shopkeeper I want 2.5 shaku.
2.5 shaku. So the volume inside this box equals 2.5 shaku.
Yes, the volume here is 2.5 shaku. This is a rice measure from the Japanese era. It actually has an emblem on it. This emblem, 100 years ago, when Taiwan was under Japanese rule, belonged to the Japanese government, the Governor General's seal. If your rice measure was approved and met standards, they would stamp it with this seal.
So in the past, for red beans, white rice, peanuts, each had different volumes of 2.5
Exactly.
shaku. With the box in front of you and surrounded by heaps of grains, you instantly feel like you've traveled back in time. It's like when you used to buy rice, they would scoop it for you and level it out. Then you would know the price. Through their careful thought, they present a story to everyone. It feels amazing, more intimate than reading a book or a newspaper or article. Even more personal and engaging. So your main business here is selling grains?
Yes.
But your family originally sold.
We actually started with...
Do you want to know, Kenna?
Is it in this treasure box?
Yes.
Longyan? Your family started with Longyan?
Although this business was founded in Showa Year 5, 1930, we were actually already doing business before that. Our family had been in Jiayou doing business actually 100 years ago in Taiwan. Jiayou's Longyan was the most cultivated and exported during the Japanese era. It was the main export region.
That makes sense, because I noticed on the road, especially towards Alisan, there are Longyan trees everywhere.
Exactly. Longyan is a juicy fruit, but if you buy it fresh, it spoils easily. This is why we sell dried Longyan.
Dried Longyan. Thank you, young boss, for showing us and helping us to get to know Chiayi and a small piece of its history. Through your store, we discovered some less known historical facts mostly related to food. It's all combined together. Yeah, it's really great. And thanks to Joanna as well.
You're welcome, Kenna.
Today's arrangement was really excellent. Just a few short walk of a few hundred meters, but it helped us rediscover Chiayi and understand its history better. Even more so, great planning.
You're welcome
Thank
to
you.
come again.
Thank you both. Joanna really opened my eyes. She's originally from Taipei, but seeing her so happily living in Chiayi is truly inspiring. Even though she's technically an outsider, she feels like she grew up here her whole life. Her connections with the local shop owners, their interactions, it's like they've known each other forever. I can totally understand why she decided to move to Chiayi. In Taipei, life is more urban, and it's harder to find that kind of warmth. But here in Chiayi, everyone keeps that genuine enthusiasm. When they see you, they're happy. They greet you, whether you're buying something or not. They treat you like a friend. That feeling is just so heartwarming. This is the legendary first market, the Bagua Maze. Why is it called the Bagua Maze? Because if you look from above, it might look like a Bagua 8 trigrams. And there's also an urban legend that you can get in, but you might not be able to get out. You might think if you enter from Zhongshan Road, turning right leads you to Zhongzhen Road. But wait, that's the West Market. Then you might think if you enter from the West Market, you exit the Zhongshan Road. Nope, Zhongzhen Road is behind. Anyway, this is a place where it's very easy to get lost. The first market is a unique circular structure made of 2 rings, a distinctive ring-shaped architectural design nicknamed the Bagua Maze. During the U.S. aid period, it represented the street within a street building style. It also carries many childhood memories of Chiayi locals. Besides the first market we just saw, there is also a second market here. And many people coming to Wenhua Road don't know that in the small alleys next to the night market, there is actually hidden one of the oldest temples in West Chiayi. That is Guanshangjing Temple, and it is said that there is a very auspicious, almost 300-year-old earth god. Why is it considered so effective? Because it's said that the local residents have studied as far as master's and PhD degrees, even becoming doctors. And also many business people who operate on Wenhua Road must come here to pray to the earth god for prosperous business. Today, having a rare chance to be here, I also want to pray to the earth god to bless my career and bring me wealth. Let's go! According to historical records, the history of Guanshangjing Temple can be traced back to the Ming Dynasty around 1662, and it has a history of over 350 years. It is one of the oldest temples in West Chiayi, and its incense offerings are very prosperous. Remember, after praying to the earth god, don't leave immediately. There is one important ritual to perform. After sincerely praying here, there is one very special ritual. See the large gold ingot in front of me? It is called the Cypress Wealth Ingot because it is made of cypress wood. The ritual here is to rub it 3 times and say, "Bring me wealth, bring the money in." I hope you bless my career with success so my business deals increase. Investments go smoothly. Help me attract wealth. Bring me prosperity. Bring it in. Put it in my pocket. It's said to be very effective, and many people are praying outside as well. It's said that someone here won a 100 million NT lottery. Only 2 people in Taiwan have won it. One in Taipei, one in Chiayi. The Chiayi winner came here to pray 3 times. I feel rich. Do you see the fountain behind me? When you come here, you'll know that you've arrived at the famous central roundabout of Chiayi. It is said that the day before every election, all candidates bring their supporters to parade here. This place becomes very lively, bustling, and joyful, showcasing the local civic spirit. This is also the only place in Taiwan where such parades happen, so it's also called the National Sacred Place. Next to the central fountain is the famous Chiayi Wenhua Road night market, and it is also the most popular among tourists. Chiayi's top attraction. But if you want to explore Wenhua Road, the first thing is to grab a cup of papaya milk with 75 years of great taste. Thank you, boss! I heard the papaya milk here is their signature, and it's really amazing. I've already cooled down. My body feels 2 degrees cooler, and it tastes very smooth. They must be really good at getting the perfect papaya to milk ratio. It's really delicious. And right in front of me is a very famous Taiwanese pineapple. Here is something very special, licorice salt. I've never had pineapple with licorice salt before. I wonder what it tastes like. Turns out adding a little salt to pineapple completely upgrades it. It's really delicious. Wow, that really whets my appetite. How can I not try some local food and do myself justice? Coming to Wenhua Road, you have to try a bowl of the internationally famous Jiayou signature dish clay pot fish head. This dish has even appeared on international platforms, making it Jiayou's top snack. There's always a long queue at the entrance, but eating the clay pot fish head isn't the rare part. Meeting the chef is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'm really excited right now, not just because in front of me there's so much delicious food, but because sitting next to me is the most famous Mr. Lin Junming himself. Chairman Lin, it's truly an honor today to have you here. I've seen many shows feature your restaurant, but you never appeared on camera.
I'm getting old. I'm already 70. It's time to let the younger generation take over. My daughter just turned 40. Perfect timing for her to step
Because
up.
you've been featured on an OTT platform, and through that, you helped promote Taiwanese cuisine. From a small city like Jiayou, you brought it onto an international platform. So many ingredients come together in perfect balance.
You need a lot, adjusting the positives and negatives continuously, and only then do you get this
You
flavor.
invented this recipe and this ratio?
Originally, this dish our family was for 9 people at home. We cooked 1 pot daily, making a meal. Later, my father went
A
fishing.
simple home dish.
Just everyday family food.
So how did you decide to focus on selling only clay pot fish head?
It's simple to sell this. If I cook for 100 people, I just cook it and relax there, scooping continuously, right? It saves energy, carbon, and labor.
Chairman Lin, let's dig
Alright,
in.
let's eat.
It's all ingredients at the bottom.
Yes, all ingredients.
Oh, your tofu is fully flavored. Foreigners really don't usually eat fish head.
Because Taiwan is an island. Island people like eating fish, so they love eating fish heads. This fish head has skin on the outside, as you can see. That's the original fish skin. Then we fry it with flour. Look at that.
Bouncy and chewy.
That skin is fish skin, full of collagen.
Oh, so chewy. Wow, look at that elasticity.
When you eat this, it's collagen. And when you eat the fish head, the best part is the gills.
The gills are edible?
Oh,
I didn't know fish gills were edible.
eating the gills, you'll breathe 100 times per minute.
Oh yeah, they breathe 100 times. Fried with sweet potato starch, it becomes
Yes.
very chewy.
The rest becomes the head and its skin. We like biting it this way.
Nibbling slowly.
Yeah, since you are the host, I'll show you how we prepare it.
All right.
Okay.
Great. Let's open my eyes.
From now on, you can't have an unintelligent opening.
No.
Your head fits perfectly.
Oh, that works.
Come on, hand me that soup. This is our family's secret recipe. Add it in. Come on, a little more. Add some more. All right, you can start working here tomorrow.
Sure. Great. I was really surprised that the boss came personally. I didn't expect it at all. He must be so busy, but he still made time to be here with us and work with us. That was truly moving. He even let me personally cook their clay pot fish head from start to finish. It felt unreal. Not many people ever get that chance, and it's rare to even catch it on camera. Ling Chongming himself cooking clay pot fish head. He hasn't cooked like that in a long time, but you could see how skilled he is. He would give me a quick demo and then let me handle the little details, like placing the tofu along the edge, making sure I don't touch the soup or the pot. He said the pot had to be lifted high. He was worried about cross-contamination. I said holding it high might splash. He said if it splashes, so be it. People can be hurt, but the food must be perfect. You could really feel his passion and devotion. All he wants is to serve his customers the very best bowl of clay pot fish head. Coming to Jiayou, you can't miss the local snacks. And there's one more after finishing the clay pot fish head. It's time to try Jiayou's special dessert. The dessert we're having today is packed with protein. It's soy milk with tofu pudding. Delicious and nutritious. Refreshing and perfect for hot days. Crispy fried dough sticks dipped in soy milk to soften them slightly. Oh, this combination reminds me of sometimes abroad we dip cookies into coffee or tea. It's really awesome. Elsewhere, tofu pudding is usually served with syrup, but I think pairing it with soy milk is really great, and it boosts the protein content significantly. Seeing the bicycles next to me, you can probably guess what our morning activity is, right? Here at the Iron Horse Trail, we're going cycling. We are now at the Jiayou cycling trail. It used to be a railroad left by a company, and now it has been converted into a bike path. The whole cycling path is about 3.5 kilometers. It takes around 20 minutes to complete. If you ride in that direction, you'll head towards Jiayou County, all the way to the Tropic of Cancer. If you ride in this direction, you'll head towards Jiayou City, all the way to National Jiayou University, and the route is comfortable and scenic. Truly a win-win. I'm about to start now, but I recommend that when you come here, you do something very special first. That is visiting the nearby Yuanyuan Shrine, and pray for the little dogs and cats. If you're lucky, you might even see some adorable kittens blessing your day. Let's go, time to ride. Meow. Hi, hi, hi. Oh, hi. Using the abandoned old railway, it's transformed into a trail connecting wetlands and rice fields with scenic green paths featuring historic landmarks. It's really a unique design, especially cycling in Jiayou early in the morning is truly relaxing and healthy. And if you get tired, there's traditional Taiwanese black tea waiting for you. Boss! Hello, boss! Hello. I brought my own eco-friendly cup. You're using what kind of bottle?
It's a rice wine bottle.
A rice wine
Yes.
bottle. That's so unique. Why did you decide to use a rice wine bottle instead of a
My
plastic bottle?
grandma used to use it back
Oh,
then.
your grandma was already
Yes.
using it. Oh. Me too. At first, I just wanted a sip, but I couldn't resist. I kept drinking and drinking. It's so delicious. It's really amazing. I never expected that on such a pleasant bike path, riding a bit further, there would be a hidden surprise tucked away in the alley. Traditional style black tea. Under this hot sun, drinking ice cold black tea, it feels so refreshing. I think Jiayou is truly wonderful. In these small alleys, there are always little hidden treasures. So I've decided next, we'll keep treasure hunting in Jiayou's alleys. Let's see what else we can find. Let's go. Dear viewers, don't always rush straight to Alishan whenever you come to Jiayou. Take a little extra time to stroll through the small alleys in Jiayou, because these alleys hide many little treasures, like this old house next to me. Isn't it beautiful? I also heard that this place is run by a young couple. They run this antique shop together. Usually visits require an appointment, but today we are very fortunate. The owner herself is taking us around to have a look. Let's go.
Seeing how
Hi,
beautiful
how
you
are
are, you
you?
must be boss lady Xiao
Yes,
Fang.
hello.
Hello. And that handsome gentleman behind you, you must be boss Xiao Zhang. Hello, boss. I heard some news that this is a century-old house.
We've repaired and restored the house because, in fact, century-old houses often have some sinking or termite damage and are unfit to live in.
Yes, yes.
So, through restoration, following the restore as old method, we use the house's original materials to rebuild most of it.
Okay.
Right, so we adopted the principle of repairing the old as old to rebuild the
So
house.
was it the idea of running an antique shop that came first, or was it the idea of restoring this old house that came first?
The antique came first because we've been dealing in antiques for about 12 to 15 years. And as for my personal collection, it's been over 20 years. The reason I started collecting to sell was I felt that antiques have a beauty in their very condition. 20 years ago, when I first collected, I couldn't bear to part with them. But later, I felt that this beauty should be shared with everyone on this land, so that everyone can appreciate the beauty of these objects.
If a customer wanted to buy today, which one would you be most reluctant to sell?
Then
Your shop's treasure.
I'd like to recommend one
Come,
piece.
come.
Come, this one.
This?
Yes.
Wait. You've got so many treasures here. Maybe I don't know how to appreciate them, but this rag, isn't it just a piece of rag?
This rag is called boro. B-O-R-O, yes.
Boro.
And this fabric was mainly because in Omori, Japan, up in the very cold mountains, the people there were very poor. They couldn't afford fine textiles like woven cloth or silk, so they would gather scraps of fabric and stitch them together into quilts or clothes for warmth. And that's how this kind of cloth came about. Boro.
From a single piece of cloth to a whole boro textile, does it take a long time?
Well, you could say it starts as a thin single layer. Grandma would use it, then worried the grandchild might be cold. She'd sew on another layer and keep on adding to it.
Oh, another layer.
So it's more than just a piece of cloth.
Oh, so hearing you explain it, it really feels a bit like abstract art.
Yes.
In Japan, have you ever collected antiques from other countries?
Oh, I do.
What did you get?
Once at a Japanese market, I bought a beautiful tea bowl. It was from Thailand, an artifact from the Sukhothai dynasty.
Sukhothai?
Yes, from the 15th century Sukhothai dynasty.
All right. Let's go take a look.
Here it is. Its original use, I think besides being an incense box, they may have stored food in it too. This piece actually really resembles Chinese objects. Some Southeast Asian countries were influenced by Chinese artifacts from the Tang and Sung dynasties.
Maybe it's the patterns. The designs on the outside are different.
It has a blue and white porcelain feel. It was probably around the 12th century during the Age of Exploration, when people carried artifacts from one country to another or traded them. That's why these artifacts can sometimes be found around the world, in many different places.
Thank you, Mrs. Xiaofang, and thank you for your great eye, bringing antiques from all over the world so everyone can come in and appreciate them. And this place is truly comfortable. When you come to Jiayou, I really recommend you take a walk around here. This trip to Jiayi's West District made me completely fall in love with Jiayi. I saw a century-old city slowly being renewed, creating a fresh new look. For example, the Art Museum, which has buildings from the Japanese colonial period but combined with modern architecture, and the Cultural and Creative Park, a former distillery now renovated with new activities and fresh experiences. Also places like U-AMAZING, once a bustling old street, now full of new vitality. If you have time, you must take a walk here. You will surely feel something different. Linking368Taiwan, which township will we visit next? See you next time!
限制，路途西经，充满生命力。我的决心，让台台严密，过去现在，好未来无限。台湾发展，全世界倾善，勇敢热情，脚步不停，伫汪洋中，要有向未来。华丽转身，华丽转身，咱做伙华丽转身，伫汉子啊，心手相连下，拼出一片台湾。坚强勇气，坚强勇气，咱斗阵坚强勇气，成为一尾坚强有活力的台湾。